Peace, peace, family. How y'all doing? Y'all climb on in. How y'all feeling? Shalom, shalom. I see we got a whole lot of followers that's been that done jumped on the wave, that became conscious and really wanting to seek out true healing and health. So a lot of people been following, a lot of people been subscribing, a lot of people been tuning in. We've been getting a lot of messages, we've been getting a lot of emails, we've been getting a lot of phone calls. So it's good to see that everybody is truly catching on to this new conscious wave. Uh, so what I want to do is, before we actually get into the lesson today, I just want to introduce myself to the people that's new, the people that's just been hearing my name, and people that just started following. I know y'all been listening to all the information, and y'all been getting y'all healing. A lot of people been learning how to become healers themselves, and so I just want to explain to y'all exactly what I do. Uh, I mean, for the lack of better words, or to jumble it all in one word, you can call me a master herbalist. I do got my certificates, but that don't mean nothing. But I'm a true dietitian, master herbalist. I got my certifications in master Reiki healing. I got my certifications in detoxification specialist. I'm a biochemist researcher. I'm a botanist researcher. So I just like to put all of that under a master herbalist, because I mean, basically, that's what it is. And these things are not just for me sitting down and taking online courses and reading books all day. I earned these titles, and I got these titles from clinical studies and clinical trials, meaning that I was in the field picking out the plants. I was in the field researching the plants. I had actual people that I was testing the herbs on. Did a lot of failures in the beginning, but had a lot of success. I didn't only do this to a lot of clients or a lot of new people that was coming to me to learn healing. I did it on myself also. I also healed myself of high blood pressure, of diabetes, of I had many parasites. I had a heart failure going on because of all the cocaine and drugs I used to do. I cleansed my lungs. I had kidney issues, protein issues, was peeing and pooping blood. I mean, very terminal issues that was going on with me. And through my studies and my clinical trials, I actually healed myself first. And then after that, that's when I started getting into the certifications and healing everybody else. I mean, I have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of clinical studies and clinical trials, not just reading books. And don't get it twisted, I read like a book a day. Literally, I read like a book a day. Y'all think I'm lying? I really do. But it wasn't the books that got me the knowledge. It wasn't the teachers that got me the knowledge. And I studied up under some of the most famous herbalists. It wasn't them that got me the knowledge. It was truly me being in the field myself and having people to heal, where things go totally wrong, and then where things go totally successful. In many years of doing this, we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of healing cases. And I'm not talking about cases of healing a fever, or relieving the body of a fever. I'm not talking about cases of relieving the face of acne. I'm talking about eternal so-called illnesses, such as HIV, full-blown AIDS, cancer, sickle cell, anemia, herpes, syphilis, I mean, severe arthritis, multiple sclerosis, MS, osteoporosis, bone spores, complete heart disease, complete kidney failure, dialysis. We got clinical trials, and we have the paperwork and live testimonies to back in the diagnostic sheets, not from us, but from the doctors themselves, showing that through my methodology of healing and through the knowledge and the clinical trials and the trial and error, that my whole entire unit have healed all these things. You see what I'm saying? So when I speak and I talk to people, I'm not coming from a place of regurgitating. I'm not coming from a place of Googling and then telling y'all what I just learned from Google. I'm not coming from a place where I read a book and then I know it all. I'm coming from a place as I have a lot of experience, and what I'm doing is working. It's working. So that's, y'all might feel like I speak with confidence. Y'all might feel like I get arrogant at sometimes, which I'm not arrogant and prideful at all, because I am still learning. But I come from a place of knowing what I'm talking about, because my methodology is working. My methodology have healed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. And I'm not going to take the credit for it, because they're not my herbs. It's not my food. It was all created by Yahweh. So I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh for allowing me to have the knowledge to help and heal my people. All right. So that's what it is. That's who I am. That's what I do. I'm very studied up on the human anatomy of the body. I'm very, very studied up on chemistry, biochemistry, metaphysics, astrophysics. I mean, anything that's dealing with the universe, because we are miniature universes. I study and I master it. And I take all this information and I test all this information. I prove all this information. And then I use all of this information that Yahweh and that I have gained to help heal you, my people. That's the whole point, is to help set y'all free, not only spiritually, but mentally and physically. All right. And physically. All right. So that's truly, truly what it is. Again, it's a lot of new people that's been coming to the channel. So I just want to give y'all a basic breakdown of what sickness is. For those that follow me, they know everything I'm going to say. I say the same thing over and over and over again, because my people, I mean, we have ears that don't hear it. So I got to constantly repeat myself, but y'all can truly, truly gain the knowledge and the way to heal yourselves. All right. There's no such thing as a true healer or a true herbalist that just teach you the herbs and don't teach you how to use them. A true healer is going to teach you how to heal yourself. All right. So we finna talk about it. Let's get to it. Let me give y'all some shout outs. That was just an introduction for people that don't know who I am and just done heard of me. A lot of people hear me a lot. A lot of people, you know, I see that you got a lot of healing cases. A lot of people been talking about you. I mean, we sell hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of packages a week, y'all, weekly. So that should let you know the value of clientele and customers we do have. And all of it is by word of mouth. We ain't running no Facebook ads, no YouTube ads, and none of that. This is literally word of mouth. And that's how you know that the work is being done and that the methodology is working. All right. Let me get out some shout outs. Herbalist Heal Yourself. Shalom, shalom. Shani, shalom. Peg Away Transport. Shalom, shalom. Okay. What's up with it? That's my little bro Treyway. Yashua Ben Yasha Allah Shalom. Loaded Shalom. Y'all climb on in. All of y'all climb in. Peace, peace, peace. Y'all climb on in here. Imunah, Deborah, peace. Deborah, peace. Shalom. Liz, shalom. Adira, shalom, shalom, my sister. All of y'all in here. Leah Green. Y'all climb in. So basically, for those that are new to the channel and those that are really, really finally just now coming in and realizing that these things can be reversed, that herpes can be reversed, that full-blown AIDS can be reversed, HIV, these things can be reversed, and y'all seeing the proof. A lot of people are now climbing on in, and a lot of people now are following and changing their diets. So there is only one path to healing. It's only one path to true healing. And to understand the one path to true healing, or the true path to healing, is to understand what actually sickness and disease is. All right. So that's what I really want to talk about. All disease and all sickness is the body, I mean, giving its whole entire energy and vitality and effort to eliminate mucus waste and toxins that's been built up in your body by cellular waste. That's all sickness is. There is no such thing as sickness for real. Sickness is your body trying to heal itself. That's all it is. Let me take this banner off real quick, because I want y'all to actually, it's distracting me, should I say. All right, so that's all sickness is. And I'll give y'all a few examples, okay? So for instance, say if you've been eating things all your life that you think is food, that you think is food. It's not really food, but you think it's food because you have bought into the culture of what food is. You didn't bought into somebody's culture of what food is. And this food is not for human consumption. Well, if the food is not for human consumption, for one, it's going to leave an acid ash behind. For two, it's going to, when it breaks down into the digestive system, it's going to be mucus forming. These things is truly what the body is trying to get rid of and process out through the lymphatic system and through the blood system every day, all day. Well, when the body's trying to move these mucus and acids out of the body, you get something called symptoms from them. You might get a head cold. You might get pressure clogged up in your sinus cavities. You might get bumps and expressions trying to come out your skin. You might get mucus expressing itself out of the tip of your penis. You might get mucus and yeast expressing itself out of the vagina canal. You might get hemorrhoids. You might get patches on your skin. You might get irritated and start itching. You might get agglomulation and mucus build up inside of your cells, and they call these things tumors. All of this is a natural way of your body trying to cleanse out all the toxemia and all of the acids and mucus that these so-called foods you've been eating all your life have been building up. That's all they call disease, literally. It's the body natural way of healing itself. So instead of letting the body take its natural course, what they do is they label the body's natural way of taking its course. They label it, they give it a disease title, and then they give you more chemicals to suppress the disease, which is going to bring more toxemia and more toxic waste to your system and more acids to your systems that's going to keep building and breaking down the cells. That's all sickness is. So sickness is not really a sickness. Illness is not really an illness. All sickness and illness is your body natural way of trying to eliminate toxic waste. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, I'm going to tell you where we go wrong at. Where we go wrong at is when we start taking they drug suppressing medicines, where we suppress a fever. A fever is to increase circulation. When we suppress a head cold and a dripping nose. See that? We're supposed to drip because mucus have to leave the body, because if it stay in the body, all the toxemia and all the acids that's inside of the mucous membrane will suffocate the cells and deplete the cell of oxygen and iron phosphate and all the rest of the electrolytes, or what y'all call trace minerals. And the body is electric. The body is also a pressurized gas chamber too, which we will talk about. You see what I'm saying? So we don't need them to suppress our symptoms, because our symptoms is our body way of expressing ourselves to try to heal. All right. Now, what we do is we break the number one rule of nature when we start feeling our body go into these healing modalities, or what we're going to call sickness. The moment you feel sickness, you're supposed to do what nature do. Now, when you look out into nature, right, and this is how I learned all my clinical trials and my clinical studies. I didn't learn it from humans first. I learned it from nature. I studied nature. I seen what a dog do when a dog gets sick. I looked at what a gorilla do when a gorilla gets sick. I looked at what a gazelle do when a gazelle gets sick. I looked at what an orangutan do when an orangutan gets sick. I looked at what a polar bear do when a polar bear gets sick. The moment that they feel sick and their energy is not balancing right and their meridians is blocking up energy, they stop eating and they stop drinking. They immediately go on a fast. First thing. And we need to learn discipline. We lack so much discipline, and that's the reason why we're dying. And because we're literally dying off of cellular suffocation of our own waste, y'all. Off of cellular constipation of our own waste. If you ain't got into a car accident, fell off no building, got your head blown off, and they say that you died of natural causes, these natural causes, 99.9% is cellular toxicity, waste buildup, and suffocation and depletion of oxygen to the cells, because you don't have no pathway to get the oxygen in there, because you so backed up on poop from your cells. Yes, your cells poop. You have to understand that. So when you start feeling sick and you feel your body trying to heal itself, your nose start running, your fever go up, you get inflammation, things get swollen, you get a cough, you start sneezing. Let that do its thing and quit eating. Because the thing that got you feeling this way was the food you've been eating in the first place. We have to realize that we are a bilateral person. We are literally a chemical complex. All right. You are literally a human being made of cells. The being part is not a part of the body. We are projecting through these bodies. This avatar is a vehicle. This vehicle is made of 150 trillion cells. The same way you have to feed your car gas, good gas, right? Because you're not going to put premium inside of a diesel. And you're not going to put diesel gas inside of a Camaro, because that's not the right food for that right vehicle. Well, your body is an avatar. Your body is a vehicle. You need the right fuel. That's why we dying. That's why we so-called sick and stuck in the illusion of disease, because we haven't figured out what the fuel is for the human body. Well, I have. Dr. Sebi did. Dr. Morse did. You see that? Dr. Arnold Ehret did. Yes. Professor Rye did. You see that? There's so many people. Dr. Layla Africa did. So it's people out here that's been studying these diets and have been putting these diets to test to show y'all that these are the way you eliminate toxic waste. And this is a way you open back up your true path to healing. It's your diet. The first thing you have to do is you have to stop eating, because you have to allow all of that built up toxic waste that's been inside of your bloodstream and been inside of your lymphatic system and have to move. It can't move if you keep putting things in it. Then the things you're eating and putting in your body is not considered fuel to your body. Period. First thing you do, fast. Fast as long as you can. I say don't go no more than 9 days though. Don't go no more than 9 days. Then start putting mucus-less food inside of your body. Food that is not going to cause acid ashes. Food that's not going to cause mucus-forming substances that's going to dump inside of your bloodstream and get inside your circulation. Now, this is scientifically proven over and over again. If it forms mucus, right? And if it is acidic in nature after the body digested, that is not considered human food. Everything y'all eating or mucus forming, it produces acid ashes. For instance, the first thing you have to get rid of is the dairy products. Dairy products is one of the #1 causes of mucus forming in your body. It will completely compromise the mucous membrane, period. Notice most people that's heavy on dairies got asthma, have breathing problems, always coughing, always snotting and sneezing, stay with cold, stay with pneumonia in the wintertime, stay with bronchitis, stay with all types of respiratory disease, because it is literally building up mucus and phlegm inside of the chest walls, inside of the respiratory system. So you have to get off of dairy products. Next is the proteins. Leave the proteins alone. This big protein myth is what's killing y'all, and why half of my Black community kidneys are failing, and why we get over 100, literally over 100 dialysis patients every week, because kidneys are failing left and right because of the protein myth. Y'all believe that proteins is good, and they're not. Proteins is killing us. They're too complex of amino acids. We need simple amino acid structures to live and to survive, y'all. We are prokaryotic cells. We are not eukaryotic cells. These proteins are very, very hard to break down and digest. So they don't break down and they don't digest. So what they do, they corrode. After they corrode, it's called erosion. They turn into rust inside of your body. This rust turns into acid. This acid turns into mucus. This mucus suffocate and burn your cells. See that? So fast. Then get on an alkaline, mucus-less diet, right? After you get on the alkaline, mucus-less diet, now it's time to truly perfect the diet, the dietitian. And this is how you heal. Herbs. Herbs are food, y'all. Cellular food. That's what they are. That's how Dr. Sebi won this case. Herbs are not medicines. Herbs are not medical. Herbs are literally for the healing of the nations, like the scripture said. Herbs are nothing but vegetables. That's all that is. They're dried out vegetables, or you can pick them and wild harvest them and wild craft them wild in the wild like they are and eat them that way. So literally, no matter what I'm talking about, whether I say herb or whether I say food like fruits and things like that, it's all a part of the same plant kingdom, which means they all are cellular food, and that's a part of your diet. And these are foods that you're supposed to be consuming for you can help your body eliminate toxic waste. See that? So that's why I said in the beginning, I'm a dietitian. Whether I'm using herbs or not, because herbs are a part of the diet because it's considered a food. All right. Now let's get deep down into this. All right. So you're only dealing when I'm a biochemist too. So whenever you're dealing with chemistry, you're always dealing with two sides of nature. There's only two sides of nature. You're always dealing with the alkaline side, which is more of the feminine side, or the feminine characteristic aspect of the universe. Then you deal with the acid side, which is the very corrosive and acidic and man, the proton side. So you're dealing with electrons, which is alkaline, electricity, things that's going to cool the body. And then you're dealing with protons or proteins, the acidic side of nature, things that's going to destroy the body, right? What you